Jennifer Baker here. Welcome to my kitchen. And I'm putting the finishing touches on this beautiful buffet. If you've been reading my blog post series, you know that this is done in General Finishes brushable white enamel. The sheen that I chose is flat. And I've got the hardware on, but I've got a problem with the door right here. The drawers had holes in them to begin with, so I just inserted these beautiful drop pulls. But the door, the only way that I can open it is to like stick my finger in the lock and open it that way, or kind of like tap it so that it like bounces open, and that's not very functional. This piece did not come with the key, and unfortunately I cannot remove the mechanism from right here for the life of me. I tried to pry it out, I tried to pull it out, it's not budging. So today I want to teach you how to add hardware to a surface that doesn't have a hardware hole, and how to make it even on both sides or both drawers or on both surfaces, so that way you're putting your new hardware, like this pretty knob, in the same place at the same height, the same depth inside, and it all is done with this really handy little gizmo that I'm going to show you next. These are jigs, which you use to put on drawer hardware and door hardware for cabinets and pieces of furniture. There's one part that looks like a rectangle, or I guess this is more like a square with a little lip on the top, and this one is meant to help you put hardware holes on drawers. You just take this lip and put it over the drawer, and then you can like line up where you want your holes to be, and then you make a mark and then you drill it. Then there's this part that looks a little bit like an L or a T, and that has a couple of ledges on it, and this is what you use for doors. So this fits right on the corner, just like that, and there's all these little holes here that you can use to determine like where you want your hardware hole to go. So let's zoom in and I'll show you how it works. You take your little jig and you line it up and put the ledges on the door, like right here. And you line your ledges up so that the whole piece is flush against the door. So if you look here, this is the ledge, right? So I'm just kind of holding this tight, just like that. So what I need to do is figure out where I want my little drop pull to hang. And my goal is to have this part of the pull hang right over that keyhole so it doesn't even look like it's there. So if I kind of guesstimate, I'm thinking that this hole right here is going to be the winner. I know you kind of can't see that, but it's right there. So what I'm going to do is take a Sharpie, and I'm going to make a hole, not a hole, but a little dot like right there. And then when I take the jig off, you can see the little barely black dot like right there, and that tells me that that's where I need to drill the hole for my new hardware to go in, so that way the drop pull hangs right over that hole right there. The afternoon sun is right off of our deck, and it's so pretty. I'm probably overexposed, but I don't really care because I love the sun. And when you're ready to drill your hole, this little kit comes with its own drill bit. This drill bit is the perfect width for a knob or a piece of hardware to fit into. So this little screw here and this drill bit are the exact same, what's the word for that? Diameter, that's what it is. I'm like, okay, go back to like middle school math. What's that word? So now I'm going to drill a hole right here. Okay, that's where I made my mark. And then I'll put my hardware in. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side of the buffet. So these will be in the same spot on both doors of my buffet. Now that my hole is drilled, all I have to do is take my drop pull, insert it through, and look, that falls just where I wanted it to. You can't even see that keyhole anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw this in and do the same thing on the other side. Want more furniture tips? Subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my blog at 800furniture.com.